Hi everyone. In this video I'll show you how to set up a development environment for OCT Pro Z in Windows 10. So basically we will install three different things. We will install Visual Studio Community 2017, the NVIDIA Toolkit 11.5 and CUDA 5.12.12. So it's also possible to get everything running with other versions of these three things, but it's the easiest right now with these versions. Okay, I've pre-recorded the whole setup, which I will play right now and comment on it. But there's also a written version of it with all information, all necessary links and all information you need. And you can find it in the GitHub repository of OCTproZ. Alright, then let's start. So we will start by installing Visual Studio Community 2017. This can be downloaded from the Microsoft site. We start the installer. Okay, and here we select desktop development with C++. This will basically have everything included that we will need. Right, there's also some stuff we surely don't need. This can be unchecked if you want to. So, for example, the test adapter for Google Test is probably not necessary. This could be unchecked, but it doesn't. It will still work if you install everything. All right, now we are not done yet. We need to reboot the computer, and then we will install the debugger. Okay, so after rebooting, we go to Add or Remove Apps, and we're searching for Windows Software Development Kit. We click on Modify, Change, Next, and then we select Debugging Tools for Windows. This will install the debugger that we can use inside or with the CUDA creator. Okay, that's it for the Visual Studio part. Now we can continue with CUDA. So in the newest version of CUDA, there's a change which makes it difficult to run out of the box with OCTproZ, which I will show it to you in a couple of seconds. So right now the current version is 11.6, but the issue is in 11.6 the CUDA samples are not included anymore in the toolkit. So, but OCTproZ uses some files of the samples. So for now, we will just install CUDA 11.5, which still includes those samples. Yes, so we select CUDA Toolkit 11.5.2, select Windows. Okay, the download finished. And we can start the CUDA installer. Yeah, if you want to use the newest version of CUDA, it's still possible to download the CUDA samples from GitHub. and change a couple of things in OCTproZ, so OCTproZ can find the samples. But this way, so if you install the older version of CUDA that already includes the samples, it's much easier. So in this video, I'll show you the easiest way possible to get everything running. So this Yeah, we don't need everything here. We just need CUDA and the driver components. Okay, that's it. CUDA is installed. And now we can continue with Qt 5.12. So I really like the offline installer because you don't need to create a account for that. So that's the more or less the only reason why I'm using Qt 5.12. So after downloading the offline installer, you don't start it right away, because if you do, then it will ask you to sign in with your Qt account. Yeah, here, login into Qt account. We don't want that. So if you want to skip the screen, you can disconnect from the internet. Just disable your Ethernet adapter for that. When you then start the Qt installer, you can directly install everything. Okay, here we need a Qt 5.12.12 and the Qt creator. And here we just need MSVC 2017 64-bit. Everything else can be unchecked. Okay, next. Okay, the installation is done. We will test if everything was installed properly. For that, we will start Qt Creator and select a random example. I've chosen here the application example. And we just want to see if it compiles and if the application runs. So I opened it, I'm compiling it, and if it's building and starting, everything is fine. So it started, everything is fine. So now we can download the code for OCTproZ. For this, I'm creating a folder under C that does not contain any spaces, because then we will get troubles during compilation. Okay, I'm enabling Ethernet again to have internet. Yeah, I'm downloading the OCT Pro Z source code. And now I'm extracting the OCT Pro Z source code into the newly created folder. Alright, I'm looking now for the project file. This one is it. I'm double clicking it so it opens automatically in the CUDA creator. And now everything should already been set up. So I'm pressing the green play button, which will compile, which will build the application and start it. And it should work right away. Looks good? Yes, great. Alright, so what now? We can open a test file with the virtual OCT system and see if the processing works. So it looks good. So 3D works as well. Okay, we can play a little bit with the settings. Change, for example, the stretch value in the 3D view in one direction, or the stretch value in the en face view here. Okay, there's one thing I want to show you. There's one important parameter, and that's the K-linearization, or one important processing step is the K-linearization, or also wave number linearization called. It's very difficult to find the right values manually. So, and this is one step you probably want to do with your OCT data, and you don't want to guess these values. You want somehow to measure them or to get them more easily. So for this, you probably will need the phase extraction extension, which you can also find on GitHub. And for explanation how this works, you can have a look at the paper, which is also freely available online. And what you have to do here is you need to create a calibration signal. This calibration signal can be created by placing a glass window in your OCT reference arm, which will create a autocorrelation signal, which can be used to generate or can be used to extract the parameters we need for K-linearization. Okay, you don't need to worry about all the details because all the hard work is already done. You just need to download the code and use it. So this is what we're going to do. We download the code and we want to extract the downloaded archive into the OCT plugins folder. And we want to rename the folder to have exactly the same name as the profile. So yes, because now we can modify the OCT Pro Z plugins profile really easily. We just need to add the name of the folder and that's it. We now save with Control S and we need to run qmake. And then we can build the plugin. So for that, we go on plugin, right click, and select rebuild. Okay, in practice, this should be it. But this special plugin uses FFTV. This is a library to compute the Fourier transform. And we need to copy the library in the right folder. For this, we will copy libffTV or FFTW3 DLL into the OCT Pro Z folder where the executable we copy the library into the OCT Pro Z folder. Alright, and now we can run OCT Pro Z. And if everything worked, we should see the plugin. So we can start our virtual OCT system. And under extensions, we should see our plugin. Yes. So now we can use our phase extraction extension. Yeah, I'm getting the raw data. Now I'm selecting the autocorrelation signal, because this is the signal we're going to use to extract the parameters we need, or the resampling curve. Press analyze. Okay, now I can transfer the parameters, or to have a even better signal, I can save the raw resampling curve, which is what I'm going to do. And we can use the raw resampling curve directly in OCTproZ, which will give us even better OCT images. So now the axial resolution is perfect, and we can continue playing around. So that's basically it. Everything is running. All right, I hope everything worked for you as well. See you next time. Bye.